Hey guys, Lord Oshawott here, and I just want to say before we're continuing on, I am an idiot. I had closed the project down with the last bonus video, and I realized, oops, I forgot to show off the abandoned ship, like I promised you episodes ago. So, with a very special episode, I am brushing aside the current project I'm working on, which is Platinum, just to bring you this. So yeah, this episode we're taking on the abandoned ship, and hopefully if we look at that poker nav, we may be able to show off one of our rematches. Yes, Mystic Duo, Tate and Laser won the Battler. So, the Psychic Jib back in Moss Deep. Very nice! So, with that, we're going to take on the abandoned ship. Abandoned ship is really easy, it's just hidden points. Now, plenty of trainer battles in here. We go in here, we look in here, let's see, that's empty. We can go across to the next room. Obviously, we'll be battling these trainers. So, I'm going to show these trainers off just to begin with. We're going to get into a double battle here. Just while I talk about it. In here, Captain Stern sent you for a scanner. He doesn't look very well, considering the scanner is very easy to find if you know what you're doing. I don't really do the side quest much, but I did promise you I would show you it. So here we have Whaleman Zigzagoon, obviously level 25, we're level 70, so we're way over level for this part. You can do this part of the game when you get at least, I think, between 5 to 7 badges. So yeah, you can come here after you get your 5th badge. So that takes care of Whaleman. Zigzagoon we'll just take care of, no problem. We're also probably going to take care of this horsey, as Surf will do enough damage to that. Yep, and one more. Oh, Electrike. Electrike, not going to be a problem. We'll just use a quick attack. We're done. There. So trainer, let me register using my ammo. So we can come back and battle this trainer. We want to look in here. We can fall down those holes if we wish. No, we can't. I thought we could. My mistake. So basically, what you want to be doing is looking for room keys. Yeah, we found a harbour mail. It's empty. We can be looking for room keys. I'll show you in just a moment what I mean about the room keys. If you come down here, door's locked. Storage is in the door. So we've got to look for the storage key. You can jump in here. Look at this bin. Nothing there. Found a dive ball here, so there's your dive ball. Let me see, he's a trainer, so I'm just going to quickly battle this guy. In fact, actually, I'm going to go around the ship and battle all the trainers I can find, and I'll see you in just a moment. So, I'm going around and battle all the trainers I can find. So we're going to look in this room here. UFC. It's crazy just being aboard this ship. It's not even moving, but this guy has a bad case of seasickness. I don't know why I checked the bin he was throwing up into. Yeah. We have a dive spot here. I'm going to leave that for a little bit later. Right here we have an item. We have one escape rope. So, yeah, that's awesome. The other trainer in here is coming up very shortly. Excuse me. This kid running around is a trainer, so if you want to battle him, be my guest. We come down here, we can battle these two if we so wish. We also get into a battle with these two if we come through this door. Right here we have one revive. So that's awesome. So that makes most of the ship. So we come down here, we have Captain Stern. Investigating the ship on behalf of Captain... No, it's not Captain Stern. You have the same sprite. He also asked me to find a scanner, but I haven't had much success. Right here we have the storage key. So how about we go to the storage room? yeah, it's easy to tell Captain Stern apart from the original scientist NPCs and the remake. So there's that. And obviously this is, trust me, this is a whole lot easier in the remake. So we have the M13 Ice Beam. Good move to find, but you can also get Ice Beam elsewhere. It's empty in here. So with that, we have the storage key. All what's left is the dive spot. So jump into the dive spot, and we'll use diver, of course. In here, and we want to use dive again to obviously come to the other side. Door is locked. Room 1 is painting on the door. Got room 2, and this one is open. So you want to go where those sparkles were. Just talk to that square. We found room 1 key. That is basically the general idea of this. Here we have a water stone, so if you're at this point before, you know, moving on and doing everything that I've already done in this adventure, here is a water stone. So we use the room 1 key. Yeah, here we have 2 sparkles. We have one right here, which is the room 4 key. So awesome, we have a key for room 4. Right here we have an item bulb which contains TM18 Rain Dance. And I believe there was another sparkle near that table. Bright and shiny, but it's just trash. Okay, so it's gonna try to confuse us, I guess. I forgot all about that. There's a lot. Room 6 is painted on the door. Whoa, I'll do that at a later date. Get the key. So we have 3 spots. So we'll talk to this spot. Found the room 6 key. Awesome. So let's see if I can remember where the other squares were. Bit shiny, just trash. I really did forget where the squares were. So I guess it's just trial and error, trying to find the certain sparkles. We don't have any sparkles here. So we get the luxury ball right here. Now, this room, we have to remember where the sparkles were. So let's try that. Also, if you don't remember, I'm an idiot. Use your item finder. Trust me, you're gonna want to. So, yeah, I'm going to be using my item finder. I didn't think I'd ever have a use for this, but way to go. I'm just gonna stick that to register for this moment. Item finder responding. There's an item buried around here. Saying this way, and then it's saying this way, and then it's saying this way again. Talk here, room 2 key, awesome. So yeah, trust me, you want to use your item finder at some point. Now that we're done there, go around into room 2. And now we have the scanner. Seriously, they didn't look much. So what we want to do is we want to go back to that guy, give him the scanner. Yes, we want to use dive. So I'll see you guys back there in just a minute. So now we're here. Listen, can I get you to deliver that to Captain Stern? I want to investigate this ship a little more. So with that, we have told to deliver this to Captain Stern. So you know what that means, going to Slayport, yeah. So I'm gonna hop and Drogon. Can't use it. But I'm outside! Really? I am. This ship is. What? Alright, I'll do it your way. You could. No, seriously, that's bugged me. That has bugged me. You guys can clearly see I am outside. How does that not work? Anyway, let's just use fly to Slateport. And deliver these to Captain Stern, which he happens to be in the shipyard? Question mark. No, you are not Captain Stern. Is Captain Stern in the shipyard? I forget. Bear with me, guys. No, I believe he's now at the dock. So, yet again, I got something wrong on camera, which I am totally going to forget to edit out because I am an idiot like that. And possibly you'd like to laugh at all the fails. Here's Captain Stern. Oh, Richie, that item you have. It's a scanner. That would sure help us on our explorations. Richie, would you trade something? Would you trade the scanner for something? Like I say, a deep sea tooth or a deep sea scale that I have. Here is a way you can get an item to evolve Clampill. I believe Deep Sea Tooth will evolve Clampill into Huntail. Huntail is okay, I guess. We also have the Deep Sea Scale, which could evolve into Clampill's other evolution, which is Golrobus. To be quite honest, if I was to choose one or the other, I would say I would prefer Golrobus because it has more based on speed. But with the Deep Sea Tooth, I believe Huntail can learn something Golrobus can't, and that is likes of Crunch. So yeah, you've got that to decide on. Do you want the move Crunch? Do you want speed? Do you want attack? Something like that. I'm just going to pick one because I'm not going to bother with it. So we receive the Deep Sea Tooth in place of the scanner. So that's going to help with our research. Now, one last thing before I can finally compile this complete. We had a match call. Tate and Liza. Finally got it right. Her name, finally. Are winning another battle. That is the way you can see if the gym leaders are ready for a rematch. So why don't we fly to Moss Deep and go see the gym leaders. I'll see you guys in just a moment. So here we are, back at the gym leaders. Pokemon. By changing the party's mix, the battle style changes. But me, I'll always be with Liza, I'll always be with Tate. Our combination will show you again and again. So this was a nice interesting thing that I remember from Emerald. Re-challenging the gym leaders. They didn't do it in the remake, which I was sadly disappointed about. Obviously they'll have a different mix-up in the team because now they have the capability of the National Pokédex. So they will gain some extra Pokemon. Here they have Slowpoke, and obviously they have Claydol from the previous battle. So Slowpoke obviously is weak to grass as well. So, yeah, I'm going to be using Leafly and him. I'm just going to use Sif, just to be on the safe side, and he's using Protect. Wow, so, this should definitely take out Claydol, because we're like 20 levels. Wow, Claydol, you're more bulkier than I remember. But yeah, like I was saying, this is more or less, what happens? They have a stronger team and they have more Pokemon. You get the same with Roxanne. Instead of Graveler now, instead of Geodude now, she will have Golem. Yeah, her Geodude evolved. She will. I think she also will have the likes of Steelix in place of an Onix. So there's that. I really wish they did it in the remake because I could see her having Probopass instead. Anyway, yeah, the trademark Solrock, because Solrock doesn't have an evolution. Just gonna take out these. Just use Sif. I want to see if they did have a extra Pokemon other than Slowpoke. I'm thinking, did they really just change Xatu for Slowpoke? Because to be quite honest, I would have rather stayed with Xatu. Oh, there's Xatu. So they only have the addition of Slowpoke. Yeah. Oh, I believe Roxanne will also have the likes of Sudowoodo. So you can imagine the rest of them. Like Brawley will now have Machamp. He will also have the ability to have either Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, or Hitmontop. And yeah, basically that's it. Just covers it. They have the extra member of a team and are a lot higher leveled. So that's the only real difference there is. I'm just going to use an Ice Beam with Xatu. Just to remove Xatu as fast as I can. And whoa, that did more damage than expected. And there goes Xatu. How about we look to see if one more gym leader wants a rematch? If not, I'll probably call the video here, but you get the general idea. I just want to show off one more gym leader rematch. They don't say nothing special when you beat them again, they just end it like so. No, it doesn't look like we're going to have a rematch with another trainer, well, of a gym trainer anyway. So yeah, that now actually finally covers everything I wanted to show in Emerald. I can now officially call this done. Woohoo! Okay guys, so I'm going to go back to working on Platinum. I'm sorry if you've seen this video after Platinum. I will try to remember as much as possible that I did this, and I will upload this before uploading the first part of Platinum. If you have it, if it is after the first part of Platinum, I do apologize. So, see you guys then.